It wasn't always easy, but, Lamar knows how I feel about him personally. And I made a joke at one point that I much prefer Lamar Jackson, the player, to Lamar Jackson, the agent, for sure. But, listen, I can only hope that we'll be at that point someday and do another contract with Lamar, another extension with Lamar. And that'd be great because that means we've had a lot of success. And, again, takes two to tango, communication. It's not something that I am looking forward to anytime soon. But when the time comes, if we're in that position to be having those discussions, I would say that's a real positive.
So that's Eric DeCosta talking about, negotiating an extension with Lamar before.
Crystal ball was a little off.
Yeah, could help him this time. It got ugly last time. And today, just for people who care about these things, today's the day that NFL teams can use the franchise or transition tag on players. They're not allowed to use it with Lamar. It's in the contract. They're not allowed to use it, but alas.
But he still has a contract,
yes,
so it'd be pointless with him anyway.
Yes.
Linderbaum is the one who people might say,
sure,
but it's not happening. And he's going to get paid.
Yeah. So Lamar Jackson.
Well, it's interesting.
We're back to where we were.
And he painted, this is back when they did the deal 3 years ago, and he painted a certain picture for you. That picture wasn't true. You didn't have to have a whole lot of success to come back to the negotiating table. Lamar acutely, keenly, smartly negotiated a 3-year deal, masked as a 6-year deal, because whether he played well or played poorly, the $80 million cap hit with a no trade, a full no trade, and a full no tag, you were coming back to the table. Whether he was great, whether he was bad, or whether he was middling, you were coming back to the table. Now, did you maximize those first 3 years of the deal? You had one great run.
Should have had 2 MVPs.
Right, but I'm saying as a team,
you
had one great run. You hosted a championship game. And then you've regressed for 2 years, and now he's working with an inexperienced coordinator for the first time ever. And so that's the backdrop to what is now their, I guess, third try at this. The first one, I don't know. You drafted 32nd in a slotted draft. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of negotiation to be done there. The second one was really 2 negotiations in one, because it was kind of pre-Sashi and post-Sashi, right? It was almost like...
Yeah, and he did demand a trade at one point.
He came out, put it on his own socials. So that wasn't normal. And now you're back under less than ideal circumstances because you're not coming off a parade. You're not coming off a deep playoff run. You're not even coming off a playoff appearance.
No. Coming off a disappointment.
So I would say Lamar has even more leverage than Eric might have alluded to in that clip, because the team success hasn't happened. The individual brilliance to another level that didn't exist during the last contract did. Oh, yeah, and mooks like Kyler Murray and Tua got $60 million a year in the interim.
It's a completely different ballgame. Look 3 years ago, and that was when he got hurt. Ravens ended up making the playoffs, and they played the Bengals, and that was when Snoop tried to put the ball over the pylon or into the end zone 3 yards out. But even with those weird circumstances where you heard all the murmurs and the rumblings, I remember Sammy Watkins was popping off at that point. Like, it was a lot of weirdness there. Lamar was still the highest paid quarterback in NFL history, the moment he signed that paper. Lamar Jackson still was able to negotiate the no franchise tag clause, the no trade clause. So even with all of that weirdness, Lamar won because he was next and because he already had an MVP at that point. Now he's negotiating from a point of power.
Bully pulpit.
They were able to tag him last time, and you also had the collusion going on with the owners. Like,
Atlanta didn't need him.
They had Lamar where they wanted him, and Lamar was still able to get this deal. Now, Steve Bisciotti, he's already on record saying, hey, if we don't get a contract extension, we'll just kick the can to next year and put it into void years to lower the cap hit. But Lamar holds all of the cards. If they don't come at this correct, they're going to have to kick the can, like Bisciotti was alluding to.
I'm going to go back to something I pointed out in real time, and then we pointed it out several times as the season wound down. The only person who came out and really talked vigorously about Lamar and how much he's worth, and how not necessarily that this negotiation was a fait accompli or a slam dunk, but that it's just a matter of how much Lamar wants to hold their feet to the fire, was John Harbaugh, who I believe that was a little parting gift to his buddy Eric DeCosta, who, if you want to believe their fan fiction that they're best friends, this guy had an elaborate introduction in New York and wrote an elaborate going away and never mentioned DeCosta's name. Okay. The one who came out and said, he's the best quarterback in the league and he's going to be the highest paid player in the league, and it's just a matter of by how far Lamar wants to be. That guy's not here anymore, but he left that behind.
Yes.
And he said that while he was making $17 million a year to coach the Baltimore Ravens. And if you think Lamar is not going to latch onto that, you didn't pay attention to how well he did the last time around. I'm sure Mark Levin, who negotiated with him the last time, heard that statement. Like, whether Harbs is here or not, like, that is the reality. But I told you, that's not what Steve Bisciotti said.
He didn't say that, but it was a much different tune than the owners' meeting. Where he
said,
come on, the guy's won 2 MVPs since then.
I don't know that he thinks he deserves the money. Steve said it was a priority.
Yeah, Steve,
priority.
You could tell.
But Steve also was talking in an ulterior universe where he could build a competitive team and just kick the can on this guy.
Well, they can restructure it, but you're just.
I said, and build a truly competitive team. We've gone through all the.
Yeah, they got trenches issues. They need him on a new deal. So how ugly could this get? Do you think that they I think if they had their druthers, they'd like to have this put to bed by the combine, but that's now a little.
He doesn't have to be on their clock.
No, he doesn't. That's the point. You got to put him on your clock.
Yeah.
So how clean will this be?
Can they come at it I guess what I'm sort of alluding to is, if the owner wants to say stuff like, I'll just kick if he wants to go the tough guy route, I don't think it's going to work very well with him, because the owner, as much as he wants to say, we'll just renegotiate and add void, make void. No, you can't add void years. You can only prorate it out as far as you can prorate it out.
He has a couple already, void years. He's got 2.
But you can't add any without him agreeing to it. So, if that's the approach is, hey, man, if you don't do this, we'll do that, then I think you're just going to waste time. You're just going to make this more contentious than it needs to be. If you come at him, okay, here's where Josh Allen is, and here's Josh Allen plus X, and X is a significant number, then you can probably get his attention pretty quick. Do you want to acknowledge the realities that everyone in the football world knows you're up against, or do you want to play games? If you want to play games to try to save $1 million here or $1 million there, I'm going to predict you're going to lose time, and he's going to get the money anyway. But I can't vouch for how they're going to come at him, because to this point, everything between them and Lamar has taken longer than everything for whoever you want to make the comp. Josh Allen, I mean, as piss poor as Kyler Murray was, he got a second deal with less acrimony than Lamar. So I don't know, because it has gotten personal in the past. And I think it is personal for Bisciotti. And we talked about it a little bit on the show last week, and I don't want to go too far down this road until we get there. But if he's on his present contract and Steve's answer is, we're just going to kick it down, guess who's not going to be here for anything?
No, that would be Lamar.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, totally.
He'll be here for nothing, and I don't blame him one bit.
No. He'll show up training camp.
I'm just, because we negotiated this is how, hey, Eric, Saucy, this is what you put into motion 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just taking your lead. This is what your owner didn't come out and say, hey, man, we got to make him feel as wanted as possible. We got to do everything for him to make him feel like he's the most important person. No, he said, we got options. All right.
Well, and we've had Joel Corey on, who was a longtime NFL agent, and each time it's so interesting just hearing him lay out all of the different scenarios. But the one common factor is Lamar doesn't have to do anything.
No.
You have to come to him with something that is going.
They can put him on their clock, or he can ignore them. He doesn't have to answer the phone.
He can ignore them, and as time goes on, he makes the organization sweat more, because hypothetically, if you do the kick the can method that Steve Bisciotti, he's entering a legit contract here in 2027.
Oh, yeah.
You can't franchise him. You can't trade him.
No.
He is a legit contract year player in 2027.